Hey everyone, Morgan Carey here, CEO of Real Estate Webmasters, and I wanted to reach out today and talk about one of the most powerful features of the Real Estate Webmasters Renaissance platform, and that is MLS snippets, or what we call snippets or IDX snippets. What you'll see here, we've got the Los Angeles realestate.com demo site. Basically, what snippets are is they are the ability to call any combination of MLS search criteria that's available to you in the back end and then put that on specific pages. So like here we have the Beverly Hills page. When you scroll down, you'll see these statistics and you'll see all of these properties, and of course they're all related to Beverly Hills because that's the snippet I've created. And so I want to show you how to do this. Snippets should not be scary. They're actually very easy to use, and once you get the hang of it, you'll never look back. So basically, I'm just going to pop over to the back end and show you how to create a snippet. So here I am in the back end, the default here. What I do is I go to Content, choose Snippets from the left-hand side, and then from this drop-down, I'm going to choose IDX Snippets. Okay? What you'll see is you'll see a list of existing snippets that I've created. And so to create your first snippet or create a new one, just press the plus sign, which is right here. Add IDX snippet. Now, you're going to need a few things, okay? A snippet title is mandatory. So this is a title. Where that is, if I go back to the main site, is that's just the text that shows up over your properties on the page. This is good for search engines. It's in a heading tag, etc. So normally I use like area homes for sale or city homes for sale or whatever. Okay, next the snippet name. Now, some people decide to put the area first -IDX or IDX area. Either way, this is a pro tip. If you name your snippets consistently, you don't have to always be coming back here and trying to remember what you called it, right? So if I was going to create like a Morgan Los Angeles, imagine that was an area, I would call it IDX, use hyphens for spaces, all lowercase, and I always use hyphens for all the spaces. Now I'm going to remember this snippet because I know it's called IDX because it's an IDX snippet, and I just remember the name, and every space has dashes and every word is lowercase. So the way snippets work are basically whatever you want to have on the page. So let's say I want the price range to start at 2 million on this particular page, and I only wanted to go to 5.5 million, whatever. Maybe I want to decide that every home on that page on the snippet needs to have at least 3 bedrooms, but no more than 6 bedrooms. It's basically like doing a saved search or an MLS search, right? This kind of house probably needs to have at least 3 bathrooms, whatever. You can fill out all these things, and basically when you hit save down here on the bottom, that will basically save that search, and it will also give you the name of the snippet wrapped in number signs up at the top. That's important for later, but let me show you one other important feature of snippets. So snippets by default, they have a certain amount of search criteria turned on. You'll see here I've got bedrooms, bathrooms, zip code, whatever I've got turned on. However, when you scroll down here, you'll see this add panel, okay? And what the add panel does is it allows you to access any additional search options that are not turned on by default. So basically you can go turn on more search options in your MLS. So in this case, I might want to search by subdivision, for instance. So you'll see I selected it in the drop down and I clicked add. Now subdivision is available. I have to remember to save that, of course. I can also choose things like days on market, if that's available in your feed. One caveat here is that every feed is different, so what's available to your website is different on a feed-to-feed basis, but most of these things are similar, right? So for instance, if I wanted to be able to search by, property features or listing status or address or county, things of that nature, I can go ahead and add these things. And if I want to organize my snippet, just in terms of things I use more often than not, Another cool thing about this is you can actually drag and drop these. So this doesn't really do anything on the front end. It just allows you to organize your snippets so that in the future when you're creating more, the things you use more often, you can go ahead and put to the top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And I'm done. That's all you have to do to create a snippet. Now, let's go find a page so I can show you what this does. I'll go find a page that I do not believe has any snippet on it. Let's say the contact page. As you can see here, this is basically just a blank contact page. Okay? There's no listings. Now, I remember this name, but of course it also gives it to me at the top of the snippet. Number sign, what I named it. So I'm going to go to that contact page. I can cheat and I can use my quick search up here. Okay, find my page. And now instead of that contact form, let's say I want to put listings instead. All I do is paste the name wrapped in number signs and hit save. Now, when I go back to this page, I deleted this contact form and I added the property snippet. So when I hit refresh, there you go. That's as easy as it is to create an IDX snippet. You're going to want to get really good at this because the idea here is when you create hyper-specific pages, and I'll actually show you an example on my wife's site. So my wife specializes in waterfront properties on Vancouver Island. Okay? And so we want to be able to create pages that have very specific waterfront properties based on that criteria. And so the way to get to this is we've added it in the top navigation. For instance, we have like a Vancouver Island waterfront page. You'll see we've added a beautiful image for the waterfront. We've got all our headings, we've got our statistics, and then we've got these really nice embedded waterfront properties, right? And all we had to do in the back end was go choose, in our case, we chose like residential because we only want to show homes in this case. We chose waterfront, which actually is a search option in our back end. And I think we chose probably a minimum of $1 million because we're looking for luxury properties, right? And so the power of this page is when you go into, whether you're doing paid ads or whether you're doing search engine optimization, if I go to Google and I type in Vancouver Island waterfront homes for sale as an example, what you'll see is you'll see my wife's site here, carlycarey.com, in the ads. And then you'll also see it showing up right on the first page of Google. Now, we do SEO services, of course, and so we've been building links and building content and doing all the things we need to do to get these rankings. But this is the power, right? Even if somebody clicks on this ad or if they click on this organic result, they are going to match that query, that Vancouver Island waterfront homes for sale. They're going to land on a page that looks just like exactly what they were looking for. Beautiful photo, which, by the way, I took with an iPhone 12. And then they're going to see listings because that's what they were looking for. And we actually close a lot of deals from these pages. And we're it's very easy for us to like hone right in on the specific properties we want to sell through pay-per-click advertising and SEO. And then we really only get leads we want because we're using these snippets to put just the properties we want to put in front of people on the pages. So that's it. That's snippets in a nutshell. Definitely go ahead, click around. Again, super easy. You go to the back end, go to content, click on snippets, choose IDX snippets from the menu, click the plus sign, and make your snippets. It's that easy. Thanks for watching. Looking forward to putting together another video for you to show you how to create these pages and add these snippets on there when you are setting up your website. Talk soon.